Hi, welcome to Lunar Logic Tarot. I'm Juju, and this is going to be a CR4H, which stands for Collective Reading for Humanity for today, June 12th, 2021 and beyond. This could be in any area. Sorry about that. This can be in any area of each individual of the collective of humanity. It can be world stage, it can be social economics, environment, space, science, theoretical ideologies, philosophy, metaphysics, anything throughout history. I'm not saying these things are going to happen, have happened, or will happen, or are currently happening, okay? So we just have to wait and see how they play out. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. If you're triggered by this reading, then please don't watch, okay? Alright. Also, everything's subject to free will, your free will, and anyone in the collective's free will of humanity, as well as the will of divine. No one is free from the law of cause and effect. So let's see. Spirit, can you please show me the collective of humanity today, June 12th, 2021 and beyond? What's coming for the collective of humanity, please? Collective of humanity. The talisman. You are destined to succeed. Okay. I get like fate here. Show me the collective of humanity, please. But we have to go through a keyhole of some kind. Okay. Something that we need to use for protection. I got the unicorn. It says good fortune and friendship. I also get the harlequin. True feelings were masked. Okay. Anything else, please, for the collective of humanity, please? Collective reading for humanity. What's going on with that? Okay. We have the wizard. Use your skills to aid others. That would then flip over. Let's see. What's the relationship between the talisman and the unicorn? I get a keyhole between veils. Veils of reality. What's the connection between talisman and the unicorn? I don't know if somebody has the symbol of the unicorn as like something that they, it's something that it's like a representation of them. If that makes sense. Let's see if I can fix this light a little bit. Sorry. Okay. I don't know if there's something about, something represents the unicorn. It could be a country or a company. But it's a talisman. Talismans are usually something for protection, but there's like a keyhole. There's like a portal or a gateway through here, like a looking glass almost. It almost looks like there's water there. Okay, what's between the talisman? What's the relationship between the talisman and the unicorn? The dragon, strength and wisdom. It's like protection. See how they're looking two different directions? One's looking in and one's looking back. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay. And see, this color is very similar to this color here. Someone could have a symbol of the dragon, but also a unicorn. I don't know why I keep getting this, like, it's somebody's symbol. It's like somebody or something's symbol. You would never guess that that is for something special. It's just very, what is it, well, kind of mystical, but it's something that's like, how do I say that? Non-conspicuous. It's like hidden in plain sight. Seems ordinary, but it's not. If that makes sense, okay? So what's the relation between the unicorn? Yeah, because this talisman is blocking whatever else is there. What's behind it? Which behind it is this wizard. Or this magic. There's like a portal. See, there's a portal. You see? It's like he has the ring here. That's like the same thing as this. This also represents the houses of the zodiac, or not houses, but the planets here. I believe. I'm not sure what this is, or this one. A couple of these I don't know. It almost look like angelic symbols. I don't know why that's coming to mind, but I heard angelic symbols. It's like the talisman is a ring of Solomon, but it's a portal. Something about the ring of Solomon, but it's a portal. That opens up to here. This is the wizard, which is like the magician. He's holding the ring of the talisman. Something represents the unicorn here. I don't know. I feel like it's a country, but it doesn't have to be. But there's, when you look through a portal or a gateway, you look through it, this is what you see. You have these things looking back at you, because this is the only one these two are the only ones looking back towards the talisman. Okay, what's the relation between the unicorn and the harlequin? I get mischievous. This is like the fae realm. But it's not like fairies. Well, I mean, I guess it would be like the little people, or like the good fae folk. But it's a different dimension. Realm. But dimension parallel to ours. That in some places overlaps. And if you look through this like looking glass, this portal, or this gateway, you look in, it's looking back at you. If that makes sense. Okay, show me the unicorn. What's the relation between the unicorn and the harlequin, please? Thank you. The Sphinx. Choose your words carefully. Yeah, you have to be very careful. Okay, my bad. No disrespect. I mean, no disrespect to the fae folk, the good folk. Okay? The Sphinx. So it says, choose your words carefully, because you don't know what you're dealing with. This is also ancient Egypt. There's some type of portal or gate with the right, that's something protected by the dragon, or the symbol of the dragon. It's like whatever this thing is, there's different factions or different organizations or different factions, I keep getting, that understand this. Also, something about shape-shifting. Okay. There's something there. There's a portal. There's a gateway. There's a looking glass. Like a keyhole that you can see through, but you see into a different dimension or realm of existence. But just know when you look in, it's looking back at you. If that makes sense. This is like the dimension of like the, the fairy realm or the fae folk, or there's a different dimension of spirituality that's alongside of us. Some of it's mischievous, some of it is not. Some's very, how do you say, very indifferent. Okay, but you must do it with respect, because if you don't, you bring in a whole world of you open yourself up, or you open up ways. Okay, there's something too about tunneling through another dimension. I don't know if we're doing that, like if that's like a science thing. I don't know if it's like a, I'm not sure what that is, but it's like, it could be like a computer. It could be the Large Hadron Collider. It could be, really could be anything, but there's something about tunneling through dimensions. But here's the thing, when you do that, when you bring the information back, or you bring something back, the information, you bring something from their dimension with you. And if you don't properly close it, then it can kind of seep through. Right, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. Okay, let me see. Show me the Harlequin and the Wizard. What's between the two of them? Show me the Harlequin and the Wizard. What's the relationship between the two of those? You have the Siren. A temptation may lead you astray. So there's something that lures people in. But it's, you see, you have these different, very mystical creatures, right? And it doesn't even have to be like actual magic. It could be such advanced technology that it looks like magic. Or it could be magic that's actually technology. Or vice versa. It could be technology that's actual magic. If that makes sense. But there's something that's bringing... It lures the people or lures things away through shape-shifting. Okay. It's tempting to use these skills just for self-fulfillment. But we're meant for those who have those types of skills, whether it's like technology or, you know, actual magic or whatever, psychic abilities, what have you. You're meant to share those for the collective, not just meant to grandize yourself. That's what I just heard. Okay, show me the dragon and the Sphinx, please. What's the relationship between them? Strength and wisdom with choosing your words carefully. So be mindful of what you say. Fortune with friendship. So making friends with dimensional beings. You have to be mindful because there's a level of respect and understanding that they are far more capable. There's something that you can't control. Okay, what's the relationship between the dragon and the Sphinx, please? Dragon and the Sphinx. What's the relationship between the two of them? Dragon and Sphinx, please, Spirit. The Raven. Darkness looms on the horizon. Let me just move these up a little bit. Take this as a warning for this tunneling thing. Don't be tempted to take from that dimension or that realm unless you're directly invited to do so or given direct permission from that realm or that dimension. Because if you take from that, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but you can start a dimensional war. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what they're saying, a dimensional war. You don't want to have a dimensional war. Okay. So this is the warning. Use your strength and wisdom to choose. You're being warned. Choose those words carefully and be mindful of the tunneling that you're deciding to do. There's tunneling. It's tunneling into dimensions. I keep getting this tunneling thing. What's the correlation between the Sphinx? It's like tunneling through time, right? In space. It's like going outward and inward at the same time. Also adjacent. But it's tunneled. It's like a spiraling tunnel. I'm not sure if that makes any sense. So what is the Sphinx about? What's the relationship between the Sphinx and the Siren? So choose your words carefully. Don't be tempted or you may be led astray. So don't be tempted to take from this dimension. Don't be tempted to, without permission. Be mindful of gifts, okay, that are given there. Not everything is as it seems. But at the same time, everything is as it seems, but more of a abstract construct, is what I just heard. And backwards. Don't be tempted to use magic that you don't understand, quote unquote, magic or technology. Okay. What's the relation between the Sphinx and the Siren, please? Sphinx and the Siren. What's the relation between the Sphinx and the Siren? Land and sea is what I heard. The Golem, a close friend, acts on your behalf. So we've been warned, okay? There's a warning here. You have air, land, and sea. You're being warned here about technologies and or magics that you don't understand. You're being a heads up that, hey, there's something that kind of, there's a guardian at the gate, is what I just heard. Guardian at the gate that guards this between the two dimensions, that are giving a very clear warning here. Be mindful of what you are digging, tunneling through, or tunneling into or out to. Okay? I just heard let this be your warning. So it could be it could be some dimension that is meant to guard their gate and guard, and then we have one on here that we may not be able to see, or maybe it's hidden from us, but it's guarded on this side by spirit as well. But it's like protecting the looking glass, the talisman of a wizard or magician that's also a shapeshifter. But when you use these skills to help the benefit of the collective, but not just humanity, but the earth itself. Take heed. It's like certain people find their way by accident in some of the thinnest places between this reality of existence and the next one parallel. It's like there's one on the left, parallel reality. There's one on the right, another parallel reality. There's one above us and one below us. So we're kind of like in a cube, a box, but there's like windows. I don't want to say windows, but there's like this space on top, this space on bottom. And sometimes people get inadvertently into one dimension, or they fall or slip into, okay, like maybe fall into, like forward in a dimension. And then there's sometimes we kind of veer off into the left, and sometimes we slip up into another dimension. So these places, compasses go backwards. It drains batteries as well. Some people also drain batteries because a part of them has either been there or they're from there, but may not realize it. Okay. It's wild. Okay. The unicorn represents the connection to the divine. The horn, the one horn, means its antenna. This is meant to represent the antenna. This is meant to protect it on one side. This is also, there's two sphinx, but one may look more like a dragon, but there's two sphinx. What's the relationship between the raven and the golem? What's the relationship between the raven and the golem, please, Spirit? What's the relationship? Okay. The wolf. Beware who you trust. So be mindful if there's someone who's supposed to be on this other plane of existence to the right, to the top, bottom, or left. Make sure that you know who you trust here. And ask yourself, why are they letting you in with this tunneling? Okay. Last messages, please. Or let me see. Let me do this. No. Okay. Any guidance regarding this reading? Any additional messages, please? Any additional messages, please, regarding this reading, Spirit? What the wolf, dragon, and unicorn? These are all different factions. They're ancient bloodlines or ancient beings. They correlate with the talisman here. But they are also, they gave birth to the new ones. Something about that. One was of earth, one was of sea and fire. So, sea and water, or air, so air and water. There's something about that. Okay. Any additional messages, please, regarding this reading for the collective or community? We have the Ace of Swords reversed, so be mindful of deception. Again, beware of who you trust. Why is the Sword of Truth? Why is, see the wolf? This is a wolf, you see? A fire. It's in reverse. It's deceptive. Be mindful of deceptive wolves. Okay. Wolves are at the gate. Five of Pentacles. You see how you have this dog barking? Okay. It's protecting the gate. Powerful friend, beware of who you trust. It's a guard, one of the other guardians at the gate. But be mindful of deception of a fire wolf or wolf fire. Yeah, Two of Swords reversed and another wolf here. Indecision. There's a lot of indecision. An unequal give and take, an unequal balance between two dimensions or more dimensions here. There's no equal give and take, so be mindful of tunneling through these things. Or, I don't know why I'm here. Black holes. Be careful about black holes. Creating them and or going through them. I don't know. Sending something in there. Okay. The Devil. Okay. Toxicity dimensions. Toxic dimensions or a hell dimension. So be mindful of that. But it's not like hell in the biblical sense. Could be. But it's more of like a void dimension. Also, we have the Wizard and the Devil, so be careful of messing with magic that you don't understand that's more on the darker side, because you might actually open up a gateway or a portal or through a looking glass, and you might go to the wrong dimension and bring something into this one. Okay. What's the lie? Show me the Ace of Swords reversed, please. The Moon. There's a black cube as well. Something about that dimension. A void dimension. More wolves. Okay. Something about deception on the moon. There's a face there. There's a lie about the moon. There's an illusions about the moon as well. Somebody's lying about the moon. Or there's a hidden conflict that we don't see. There's a hidden deception that we don't see. Okay. Five of Pentacles. Why is this here? The Three of Swords reversed. It gets illuminated. Something about the sun. There's a deception about the moon. Piercing the moon. there's something inside of it, possibly. This thing can talk about recovering losses as well, but being shut out of the gate, or being closed out of this gate or portal, and almost indefinitely. Or needing to recover, or a hidden recovery here, recovery plan or mission. All right, show me the Two of Swords reverse. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So laziness must do your work. Indecision about which path to take or which work to do. Be careful of the tunneling, though. You don't want to piss off these dimensional beings. Why is the Devil here? You don't want to piss them off. Devil's in the details is what I just heard. Why is the Devil here? The Empress reverse. The Mother. Because it rules over the earth. The Empress represents Earth, the Mother Earth. Or it wants to rule over Mother Earth, or that's like its domain. Or it wants to, just be mindful what you bring through these things, because it wants to have, and it doesn't have to be like that. It's just something that's on a different dimension. Okay? That wants to overpower this dimension, or this planet. See, this is also like a gateway. See? Okay. Let's see. Show me the moon, please. Why is the moon here? We have the King of Wands reverse. The reason why this is being held from us, this information, this magic, this technology, is for selfish reasons, because they want to keep the attention. There is a black box here, or a black cube. Something about the cube shape. There's something about the cube and the void. There's a cube that does something with space, time, or dimensions. They're trying to keep it for themselves so they can take credit for something that they didn't even create. This was something that was far... the cube is the talisman. It's the gateway. It's the looking glass. It's the gate. It's the portal. It's the cube. Okay. It's information collector as well. Okay. All right, let's see. What is the... Show me the Three of Swords then. Reverse. We have the Four of Swords reverse. Taking impulsive action that we don't need to take. Trying to find another way through. Look, trying to find another way through. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 guardians. 5 guardians. 6 guardians. They're saying you can't come through. I don't know if this is like everyday people. Maybe this, sometimes people stumble upon these by accident, or psychics, or real psychics and mediums, or I guess remote viewers can see this. But people who've crossed over, like they've had near-death experiences, out-of-body experiences, other types of experiences with other beings. They're interdimensional beings, or ultra-dimensional beings. If that makes sense. Some people just have the capability to see them. Okay. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here in reverse? Why is the Knight of Pentacles here in reverse? Knight of Pentacles reverse. King of Cups, the water dimension. Or it's like, that's how you cross dimensions through this cube. There's a cube and in the ocean. Okay? But somehow it is tied to the moon somehow, or is there's one on the moon as well somewhere. And they're not being honest about that, but there's also one in the ocean, or there's like this liquid that's in this cube, but it's not water. But it's like almost like a lubricant to transverse these dimensions. But they're holding back. Okay, also look deep into the oceans. You might find a black cube. like a big black, not like a black box from a car or like an airplane, but like a big three-dimensional cube, black cube. It doesn't have to be black, but I got that it could be black, or it could just be, no, it's black. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like if you, it doesn't feel like anything. You can clearly see it's three-dimensional shape, but when you touch it, it's like you go in it, but you don't feel anything. But I don't know if you really go in it. It's really, there's something about it. It's where it's like, there's something about it, but there's like a lubricant, and it's not, it might be in the ocean, but it's not water, that you either immerse yourself in as you transverse through this like corridor in this black cube. Okay. Show me the Empress reverse. Why is she here? It could be like the center, like each location in this solar system, or even in this galaxy or this universe, each one has one. There's something about jumping points. Okay, nexus and jumping points from via the cubes. Okay. They are themselves the gateway, so they're dropping the burden. The earth wants to drop this burden. The mother, the Empress in reverse, wants to drop this burden. Of vipers, or this dimension. Or this dimension wants the earth to drop this burden. I don't know why. It's like the well, the earth is alive, but it has spirit, but it's like there's something bigger than that. Dropping the burden of this dimension. Okay. Anything else? Anything else about this? The Hierophant reverse. See? Order. Okay? The all-seeing eye, order. You see, now you have a white cube. You have the devil, and then you have the Empress. The devil and the Empress here. Or the High Priestess, okay? And then you have the whip here, and this, like these cities, like this, the Order of the Cross, but there's a sect or a certain order, but it's in reverse, so it's not able to see. There's a breaking of order of some kind, breaking of an order. Anything else, please? Breaking of an order. Someone's going to break an order there and try to travel and transverse this. Chariot reverse, but they won't be able to. They didn't do things in the right sequences of order. Okay. Okay. And it's going to cause a conflict or some type of war. Not able to move. The order of sequences or order to not move forward wasn't adhered to, so there's movement forward, or there's going to be some type of conflict or fight because there's no movement forward. Also, not being able to transverse the stars because we're not doing things in the right order. Okay? Anything else, please? Thank you, Spirit. The Queen of Swords, using logic here, okay? See things clearly. So there might be a fight against... Someone's going to order some type of fight. Also, there might be some type of rushing or fighting in Antarctica. Or the North Pole. Or wherever. It's Antarctica. But there's some type of rush or fighting over dominance. It's going to be very, very chaotic with Temperance in reverse. And very, very unbalanced. Anything else, please? Why is the Hierophant here in reverse? Hierophant reverse, please. Thank you, Spirit. The Knight of Wands reverse. So, a religious factor here, or a institution of some kind, or even a government, is not going to be able to move forward, or with some type of transversing time and space or stars, because they're putting in an order to go fight over Antarctica. It's going to be very chaotic because they're fighting for dominance, because there's something that is there that relates to the attachment to the stars in ancient Egypt, and gateways and portals. Also, lotus, unfolding of the lotus flower of reality. I don't know if that makes any sense. Okay. Look, all right, so any guidance, please, regarding this? Spirit, any guidance, please, regarding this? The shield. The shield. You are safe from harm. Well, at least that's what they'll say. Whether we are or not, that's up for debate. Looks like the United States gets into this fight over dominance of Antarctica. Okay. Anything else, please? Anything else, please, for guidance? Also, magically shielding yourself as well. Spiritual cleansing, psychically shielding yourself. Anything else, please? The minstrel or minstrel, or let your intentions be known, though, among the stars. Let your intentions know. What are you trying to do amongst the stars? You need to set those intentions. You need to talk about what it is that you want. You need to speak with these people from the stars, or these stars people. Okay, they need to speak with you as well. It needs to be a dual, respectful, very respectful, logical communication. But let your intentions be known. Or they will be, oh, okay, so the stars will be telling us what their intentions are. That you are safe from harm. But to stop fighting. Anything else, please? The king, authority and diplomacy. Yep. A pharaoh and a pharaoh amongst the stars. Amongst the cosmos here. Authority and diplomacy. So they want to come in diplomacy. They want to set their intentions to be known. They want to know what our intentions are. They want to make their intentions known, that you're being shielded or protected from something. What are we being protected from? You are safe from harm. What are we being protected from? The spider. Be meticulous and patient. There's something in the stars that's like a spider that we're being protected from. We're being protected from the spider. Oh. Hold on. It's not just cosmos, it's dimensionally. There's something about these spiders that the stars, okay, they want to come with diplomacy and, well, authority and diplomacy here. They want to set their intentions known that we will be safe from the spiders. Or careful with who you trust. Beware of who you trust. There's something coming about spiders. They're trying to shield us from this. Something about a spider. Or, I heard the movie Along Came a Spider. But there's something about, like, weaving what's been already woven. But being protected from these, like, spider, either dimensionally. But they're not actually like spiders, but they're kind of like a spider, I guess, because it says spider. But they're from a different plane of existence. Bottom of the deck, we have conflict and danger lie away with them. Then you don't read these in reverse. You have the hourglass. Time is of the essence to understand something. There will be rivalry and indulgences. The mystic circle is being called. Your abilities will be enhanced. That's why. Because time is of the essence, because there's something coming from the cosmos that looks like a spider, but it's not like actually a spider. But there's something that's coming, and they're trying to get our attention. Okay, they say, hey, listen, diplomacy here. We need, okay, what's your intentions? Here's our intentions. We need to balance something out so we can bring you hope and healing, because there's something that we're trying to protect you from, which is like a spider that's bringing in a conflict. Okay, don't indulge them. Time is of the essence. So your abilities can be enhanced, so you can, with the mystic circle and the gathering, so that way you can defend yourself. This is also like the talisman. It's dimensionally and like otherworldly, like cosmically, like out in space, between space and time. It has something to do with these black cubes as well. Time is of the essence for Earth, to utilize logic, reason, and common sense. Gathering of that, to talk about that. With honor and good luck, the Griffin. And you will be guided, the moon. You'll be guided through darkness. So, and then it says here, your luck will change soon. The black cat. Again, there's transversing through ancient Egypt, the guardians of the moon, or the guardian of the backside of the moon. But there's these black cubes, okay? Follow your intuition, the seer. Yeah. Let that lead you. Nature is with you, okay? They're trying to help us, but there are some places that you don't want to cross, because you cross into their area on this plane of existence, you disappear into their plane of existence, period. There's a boundary. But this, whatever this is, the spider from these black cubes or from other places, like other dimensions or even other, I guess, places like solar systems or galaxies or whatever, would affect them too. Okay, it's not just humans, it's the actual Earth and all of her inhabitants and other planes of existence, okay? That's like right alongside of us, like a different slice of reality, okay? That makes sense. You got the hand of fate, okay? Forces beyond your control intervene, okay? All right, well, this is what I have. I hope you at least enjoyed it. We'll have to see. It's very woo-woo, but it feels really intense. I don't really feel like it's woo-woo, but there's something to this, and I do have to end it here, but at least I hope you enjoyed it. We'll have to see what happens, okay? But there's something about these spiders. But I don't know, they're spiders, they look like it, but they're not actual spiders, if that makes sense. They're bringing us a conflict. We don't have much time. They're trying to get our attention here. There's something coming, okay? There's something coming, and I think, at least I vaguely remember, go back through my 2021, my CR4H readings, my collective readings for humanity, 2021 and beyond, but also 2020 and beyond. They're in playlists that I have listed. Go back through those. There's something that sounds familiar, feels familiar. There's something coming. Something's coming. Okay? Alright, if you want to get a personal reading with me, all the information is in the description box below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit all notifications. That way you know the next time I upload. And as always, please take care of yourself. Until next time. Bye.